What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods XY. We back in the building, man. Welcome to 2025. Y'all already know the deal is, man. We got some great content coming to this channel. Nothing but improvements. That's all we doing. So y'all let me know about the videos, the feedback. Let me know, man. I'm here to listen to it all, man. But if you have not subscribed, make sure you go subscribe to the channel right now, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Now, today I wanted to talk real quick about Elliot Wilson, who had some choice comments for Cameron and other media. I don't want to use the word journalists very loosely, but other media creators, I could put it like that are in the space.
They fired back at Elliot Wilson. They posted this picture of Elliot Wilson saying, yo, the year just started and we just chilling, minding our business, sipping champagne. And here comes this Cuba Gooding Jr. looking motherfucker with his salty hitting ass. Hey yo, Elliot Wilson, you washed and nobody's checking for you. We the new source. Get used to it, clown. You a bona fide hater at its finest. Y'all swipe left because its high yellow ninja sounded like the illest ninja from Nebraska.
And from Elliot's position, he's kind of talking about this as if, like, you know, these guys are in a space that they have not earned the right to be in, if that's the correct way to look at it. And he sat down with Rory and Mal. Rory and Mal are actually doing pretty good as far as being fair and having an actual conversation. But this is where Rory and Mal shine when they have conversations like this. You know, this is kind of like what we want to see more of. But let's take a look at it, and then we're going to react to this a little bit.
And those people that could do great interviewers are now becoming the media.
Yes. Everybody's media. Summer Walker's media. Cameron's running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's what we're dealing with.
Why are you saying like he's Stephen A? Why he not running around like Cameron?
Cameron to be that.
That's what people be mad at you about when you say shit like that.
So if you're looking at what Elliot just did right there, Elliot just basically said running around like Stephen A. Smith. To a lot of people, this comes off as hate. Like, this could come off as you just hating on what somebody got going on or hating on somebody else's hustle.
Then you got some nerve to be following us, but as you can see, we don't follow you, clown. So with that being said, curse your stank breath. If Pun was alive, he would tell you go that way. Fuck out of here.
I mean, just because they didn't come from the same background as you can't be mad at that person for jumping into a space that actually works in this point in time. Maybe your way of doing media or journalism, whatever you want to call it, your way just isn't the way anymore. That's some things that we got to understand. People got to understand in times, with the times, things change. People change the way they do things, you know? We're going to see what I'm talking about here.
OD, that was hate.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think people be mad at you.
Oh, it's hate.
Cam is running around like he's Stephen A. Smith. No,
why is this poor journalist? Because he has an opinion?
No,
why?
But
Him and Mace have proved to have a good opinion that
he
people
got
care
Mace
about.
having a job and really like check because the bag is
He was
there.
a pastor.
But Elliot, you don't think that we all come from the culture of we all sit around in our neighborhoods, in front of our buildings,
But
in the
Mark, don't
barbershop?
make you a journalist.
But I'm just saying, we all sit around in our groups with our friends
Exactly.
and talk about
Our
sports,
opinions, yes.
music. That's all these guys are doing right now.
But that's not fair. Is Shannon Sharp a journalist?
No, but that's the
Or does he
easier
have
bridge.
experience from it?
That's where the athlete becomes the media. That's the easier Charles Barkley. That's easier transition.
So I don't even understand why he could sit there and call that an easier transition and then the other thing just isn't. Just because it's an easier transition doesn't make it right because you want to view it that way because it's applying to someone else now. This is the thing I have a problem with these people, man. They never stay consistent when it comes to these points that they're making. Like, we can't sit here and, you know, clap it up and hooray for Shannon Sharp for jumping into the sports media knowing that he never really had a background in that. He just jumped into it. And part of the reason why he could jump into it is because of his experience being in that world. Now, I think Cam and Mace have proven, even though some of their like takes, you know, I don't agree with, but I think they've proven like they could be in this space. And I think the people that listen to them have co-signed that. So Elliot is just, to me, in this space, acting like an older head who's been doing things his way for such a long time. And you mad at the other guys for coming into the space and doing things their way. I think that's a crazy way to look at things. I don't think it's cool, dog.
Easier for the athlete, but not the artist.
It's not easy, but I don't like it because, like, you imagine, like, this is the shit I do well.
Okay, so you hear that. I don't like it because this is the shit I do well. So basically, I'm better than all you people. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm better than you people. How could you get in this space? It really means nothing, man. It just shows bitter, bro. You're like literally expressing your hate.
And not everybody want to do it, and they get the
So you
celebrity off that
don't
shit.
like it because you feel like they're not coming to the journalists to have these conversations.
I'm real with that.
Which affects your bottom
The best I
line.
ever do is me with that. So then you want to be that off celebrity or what? So I can talk about that. I don't like that shit, and not be a hater.
Yeah.
It's reality.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it because you don't think they're good at it?
I know I'm better at it.
This is the part that like confuses people, man. Like it's either do you think they're good at it or they're not. You feel like you're better at it, so be better at it. That's it. If you're better at it, be better at it. There should be nothing stopping you. What is the problem if you're better at it? If you feel like you're the best, what is the problem? Because if people aren't connecting with what you're saying and what you're doing, and you feel like you're behind these guys and they didn't put in the work that you put in, then maybe you're not better. You know what I mean? Maybe you have more time in the game. Maybe you have more experience, but experience doesn't make you better, dog. Like just because you have 20 years of experience doesn't mean you're gonna be better than this guy that just came in. Like let's be real here. We gotta be honest, man, with these people, man. We can't let these people just talk their shit and keep it moving.
Okay.
It's me. It's my life.
Okay.
But Elliot, what
Imagine
would make
it.
you better at it? Because in this day and age, it's just not about getting the information right. It's about who's more entertaining. So who are you to say I'm better at this than them when what
I'll
they're looking
prove it to you.
for
I'm better than
is
you.
completely
Like I'm the best. I'm more informed.
Are you better at telling a story? Are you better
100%.
at getting accurate
They're not
information?
better. Like that shit cringeworthy. I watch that shit. It's not good.
Yo, listen, man. In a lot of ways, I get what he's saying, but also in a lot of ways, this just comes off as so much hate, bro. Like, you can't be like this, bro. You can't be bitter like this. You can't be walking around saying stuff like this. Like, you don't like it. You don't like it. It is what it is, man. Like, you can't get mad at the people that's coming in and innovating. Like she just said, the game is about who's more entertaining. People might not want to hear the way your take is on it. They might want to hear somebody else's take on it that's way more entertaining. And it's just where the times are. It doesn't make you better. It just makes you different. And it makes what you do not appealing in this day and time. And it makes what they do more appealing in this day and time. It just is what it is. That's how things work. Shows that work way back then probably not working today. And it just is what it is, bro. People move with the times, man.
Yo,
Shit ain't
But
popping.
this-
it ain't popping.
I don't agree.
This takes-
What's the camera interview? Was like, yo, Cameron really asked the questions. Like, what are you talking about? No.
But what interview did Cam take away from something of let's say we're the hip hop ilk? Even if Maul and I aren't journalists, we're still in hip hop media. You are a hip hop journalist. What interview did Cam take away from us?
They have celebrity has access to different things that I may not have.
You know what he's failing to realize here? Now we're talking about access. If you're getting into the realm of access, it could just be that these people don't want to talk to you versus someone else. If you have been in the game that long and you have done so much for the game, you should have this access, dog. And listen, I don't know much about Elliot Wilson, and I'm just being honest. I don't know much about him, but I feel like at this point, bruh, you're like definitely, you're teetering on the hating scale, bruh. You're teetering there.
And again, I do feel like they underperform.
See, I think I have to push
Every
back. I have to
time.
push back
No?
there because you have had 25 years of relationships with
30.
publicists,
Thank you.
PR interviews.
30.
Thank you.
The three majors where Cam is a
30.
celebrity and has, relationships for him being in the game for 30 years, but you have direct relationships with the majors that the rest of the podcasting world never had.
Labels, artists, connects, all types. And you talking about, and you just corrected the man. You said 30 years. And my camera just died. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. But 30 years. You had 30 years of time. So what is the excuse here? Like, you should have these connections that you're saying. You're mad because people are coming in. They got way more connections than you do in less than 30 years. And obviously, Cam is an artist that's been in the game. So Cam got his time in the game too. He just wasn't doing what you were doing.
So you still do have that. I think we have to go back to the period at the end of the sentence of what the fans want. And with Cam or Young Miami, maybe they just want to be entertained. With Kai, they just want to be entertained. They don't
No,
want to be
but Raw
informed.
is
They don't
the-
want to be informed.
The access goes to them above me. That's the problem I have. That's what it comes down to. You see what I'm saying? Because it seems sexy. Like, yo, Cam's the sports reporter now. Hey, woo,
Okay, but
woo.
let's not act like
Right?
that's not always been hip hop or entertainment at the time. We've seen things that were hot and then failed immediately, but at that time, that was the hot shit that people went to.
And
That's like any genre.
They don't have to fail. It's all good. They can do their thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, I'm a competing. I want a shot. I'm in this. I'm still here. I want to compete.
So you got to innovate. innovate, dog. I don't get why people don't understand that. You gotta innovate, dog. If you want to compete, you gotta innovate. 30 years in, right? You're 30 years into the game. You're 30 years into whatever you've been doing it your way for 30 years. You gotta innovate, dog. If you moving with the times, do things different. Innovate. Some people bring on younger people. Innovate. Bring on somebody who can connect with that group of people that you're trying to connect with. You can't keep thinking you're gonna do things the old way for 30 straight years and continue to prosper over these people that are coming in with a new style. That just ain't how it goes, dog. It don't work that way.
But now you sound like the old nigga in the park that don't get picked up no more.
And I don't want to be that. You're right.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Stop being
And
that.
I'm
Nah, that's a good analogy, bro. It do sound like that.
I'm not saying that you are that because
It's all good.
I know your work.
Yes.
I'm from New York City. I know Elliot Wilson's work.
My nigga.
But-
love.
Listen, shout out to Rory and Maul, man. We all know Maul had his little, areas of glazing.
It's like a bundle package.
But when they talk about stuff like this is kind of where they shine, man. So, they're not all bad. They shine in conversations like this. I think this was a good conversation, but I think Elliot Wilson tripping. And I think what needs to be understood is that there's a shift. There's a dynamic shift when it comes to people who report in media. People may not be journalists. Even somebody like me, I don't consider myself a journalist. I don't consider myself some super professional in the field. I'm here to just state my opinion, report on what I see, and give my take on it. I think it's as simple as that. I think sometimes we take this media thing and then we take this journalism thing and then we kind of loosely talk about it. Obviously, there's respected journalists out there who actually are journalists and take pride in their work. But I understand that I cannot do half of what they do. I cannot structure things halfway as good as what they do because they have the experience in doing so. That doesn't mean that I can come on here and diminish what they do and pretend like it means nothing. But it also doesn't give them the right to talk about what I do the way I do it and be upset just because it's what's working right now. You got to move with the times. It is what it is. People that were writing in newspapers, I'm pretty sure at this point they understand that they cannot continue to write things like they would in newspapers. They have to innovate. And that's what you got to do. You got to move with the times. And I think Elliot Wilson is having a hard time gripping onto that. From where he's talking, it sounds like a place of frustration where he sees things working for these people. And in his mind, he's like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I should be on top of the game right now. They should not be getting all this attention. But at the end of the day, this is who these artists, this is who these people who do these interviews with him want to speak to. They don't want to speak to an Elliot Wilson because they know that they can go to somebody like Shannon and get millions of views. But look, man, Elliot need to chill out, take a chill pill, dog, relax, do what you do and continue to do what you do and just find ways to innovate your content, bro. That's all you got to do, man. Obviously, you have some respect in the game because you lasted 30 years, but don't go ahead and diminish that respect by hating on the people coming up, man. It is what it is. But listen, man, let me know how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think Elliot's tripping? Y'all think my opinion? You think I'm tripping? Let me know in the comment section, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Goods. BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.